Ladies and gentlemen, planets are in motion. They give off light, energy, and sound. And so, Venus has taken the lead as all the planets are on the same side of the sun. Yeah, pretty much. And the energy's weird. Or what? How are you handling it? Jupiter has been home in Sagittarius for 6 days. And I think I've seen a lot of people with apple carts now selling apple sauce. What does that mean? I don't know. The weather's really wild. And a lot of people are angry. Plus, the holidays are coming up. So, just take everything to an exponential emotional factor and deal with it as best you can. Yeah, the weather's weird and it's going to be getting weirder. And then the media is going to distract you as much as they can. And if major shit goes down like it did in California, or it is going on in California or Puerto Rico, the government is always going to have an excuse to tell you why they don't really need to help you that much. So, those are the facts we're dealing with. And the storms we got coming in, I'm watching these oceans going, what is going on? There's some crazy shit going down. Just watch what's going on. The green is rain. The yellow is like really heavy rain. And red is like, oh no. But our wave after wave after wave pattern, Mother Nature looks like she's about to pick on Florida big time. And then there's just crazy shit going down in the ocean. Granted, this is just one model. And they haven't been reliable 24 hours out. So there's no reason to expect them to be reliable 10 to 16 days out. But either way, they're trends and we watch them for the patterns and stuff. Yeah, it's about to get wilder. Like if 2018 wasn't severe weathery enough for you, well, buckle up, because it looks like this persistent, strange bear paw low pattern that has been coming out up through Mexico, over Texas, over Florida, and up and out the East Coast is now going to start going souther. And then Europe, you're probably going to get windy and rainy weather as well. For some reason, the models keep showing some type of weird hurricane system that one after another batters Spain. But that's been real weird. Like everything is pulling down south now. So that's crazy. Like if we're going to pick a time to not work together and do the dumbest thing possible, now would probably be the worst time to do that. But hey, I'm one man. I'll do what I can. Yeah, so this shows almost like a semi-hurricane strength popping up and down the coast. We had a big storm coming today, Thursday and Friday. Let's take a gander at it, shall we? Oh, and it's like, no matter what I do a video on now, it seems like somebody's mad about something. So, I can't take that seriously. I hope you don't mind. And if you do, well, you're mad in the first place. So, the chances of me turning you from mad to happy right before holiday season were probably pretty low in the first place. Yeah, look at that giant monster, buddy. It is like, got like a pelican, or toucan Sam nose, little wings, and a eagle-like body. With one boot. Crazy. But that thing is going to be moving east. I'll hit the button. Boom. Right there. And so it's going to cause mixed and severe weather in some areas. And it's going to be heading north and east slowly. So it's going to cause some problems. And I've been talking all year about the whole flood then rain. Wait, reverse that. Rain then flood capacity thingy. And the potential to have some jacked up shit this season is high. I tell it like it is. That's why I don't get invited to parties. And I'm always under attack by a large, diverse group of sectors. But I love you, because you are my fellow earthlings and my animals and my planet. You're my family. And you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And I know we can do better. Anyway, so the weather's about to just get like super weirder with wintry weather mixed in. And that should reduce the number of tornadoes we've been seeing lately on the East Coast, but who knows, man. Because like I said, you got the two fronts. You got in this story of Fire and Ice, you got the hot McDLT side and the cold McDLT side. And then everybody arguing and yelling and screaming bumper sticker catchphrases at each other in the middle or underneath. I'm just over here trying to be cool. And I'm doing so good. I got a lot of enemies. All right. So here's a giant Azores high, which is looking a bit like a dragon. And he's going down looking at Guatemala. So that's fascinating. And we got to keep our eye on pretty much everything. All right. We're now looking at the Easter basket of winter colors of severe weather. And as you can see, regions are lit up all over the place. And this Mexico, Texas, Gulf Coast, Florida, East Coast atmospheric river is a trip. And if that wasn't big enough, it looks like it's trying to create a giant water loop. Mother Nature, aliens, supervillains, dimensional demons, who knows? It's 2018. I never thought this year would be so confusing. And I feel like I'm super smart genius. And I'm like, dude, I got an idea what's going on, but whoa, this is all just weird. And most people are like, no, I know everything. And I'm like, okay, that's hilarious. It's cute. I like that. I'll be over here looking for answers. Oh, and I know I've seen some stuff lately about the fires. And no matter what, the fires are weird and seem abnormal. And if you are convinced it is a direct energy weapon, then as a detective, you got to take the next step like in True Detective. You know, you got the railway thing like in True Detective. And then you got to go figure out who's behind the direct energy weapon. And then what are you going to do when you find them? These are all interesting questions you got to ask yourself in the truth community. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've always liked my plan of everybody on Earth getting a second chance, working together, building some new super cities and safe places that are works of art and can sustain our civilization for the next 1,000 years. We all got a second chance to do awesome things. That's a good idea. You know, you can direct energy weapon the inside of mountains to make them habitable and safe. You can see the 1 mile hole in the mountain they showed in Colorado. There are a lot of possibilities if we were interested in amazing architecture again. Who knows? But wow, there's some crazy shit going on all over. California, you're probably getting rain. You know, I guess the timing will be about once the worst of the damage is done, but fires continue to break out on the West Coast. That subject seems, out of all the subjects I cover, that is the one where the most mad people show up screaming. So I will still cover it, but just saying, I don't know, man. It's all weird. And someone said, when the government is wrong, it's dangerous to be correct. I was like, that sounds crazy. I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm glad I'm dumb, or I'd probably be worried. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Okay. Oh, yeah, what am I looking at? Look at the storms. Now, we're looking at the storm in the west. Who's going to get snow, ice, sleet, where? We don't know, but we're all taking guesses. Alan Weather, New York, AWX, NYC. Latest snow forecast. Not many changes from yesterday. Well, good to know. Still a tricky forecast along I-95. That is a highway. As models are still debating over the snow start and changeover times. Going higher in northern New Jersey Hudson Valley with the frontogenesis banding potential. And snow is one of those things where people freak out about, like, oh my God, you said there were going to be 7 inches and there was only 4. I hate you. You know, I don't know. It's a crazy time, man. Crazy time. Scandinavian High. This brought to us by Megalopolis Weather. Megalopolis Weather. Stay safe and stay cool. November 14, we got Alaska. Low pressure we're dealing with. Yeah, the Alaska's been getting slammed, dude. Boom, boom, boom. Like, if some magnetic force had been pulling all the moisture up into here and then bringing it back down to the middle of America, California would have been totally soaked. And then you got an Alaska that erupted here, and last year this volcano erupted like 14 times. And then on the south side of the west coast of the United States and Canada, you got all the volcanoes going off in Mexico and Guatemala. And by all, I mean 3, but that's still a high number of volcanoes they have in your region that are erupting. Scandinavian High, everybody talking about it. It's not just Alaska that has an influence on nor'easters. In fact, Europe plays a very important part in nor'easters. I said that funny. But not funny like haha, funny like dang. This is one of the 2 blocking high pressure systems in the North Atlantic. The other being the Greenland block. Scandinavian High acts as a block and helps funnel in cold air in northeastern USA. Scandinavian High is not expected to be terribly strong. This is the reason why totals won't be enormous in Connecticut. But look at next week. I like the chances of a snowstorm near Thanksgiving. Yeah, looks like we got a big old storm. Good job, buddy. What was his name? Logan Giles is king too. All right. Matthew Ferreira, Massachusetts weather. Snow should get started between 7 and 9. After 9, most should snow for at least a brief period before switching to sleet rain. Don't complain about this. My south northeast weather weenies. Yeah, like I said, the weather community's been like, wow, people are complaining a lot lately. And us weather people. Like, yeah, that's what they do. Man, try and help. You try and give the best information you can possibly, and you're still going to get a bunch of people yelling at you. Storm 3 brought to us by the king of weather Twitter, whose blog I leave linked for you in the information box if you want to read his daily breakdown. The smartest, usually most accurate, it's him. It's my pick. We all make mistakes. I'm not saying Cranky's ever made a mistake, but I'm saying we all do. So none of us are ever going to be perfect, you know? I'm lighting a cigarette. Okay. But yeah, dude, the ocean's kind of freaking out. Shh. I don't want the kids to hear them. I don't want them to get worried, you know? Let them worry about guns and shit, or fires, or, you know, they don't need to be worrying about the atmosphere. Maybe somebody stole an election somewhere. And only 2 more years to the next one. We're going to have all our problems solved in no time. Philly weather, Northwest burbs have the best shot with this. Blow's the sounding for Philly, which is very marginal. Along with the fucking band. The wall of purple on the map is the fucking band. Fungin, sorry. Along with precip amounts in a 3-hour period. Okay, cool. All right. Well, what's it doing? All right, we'll keep going. So yeah, this storm is going to be. And the master, Anthony Marcello, the 00Z NAM at 700 millibytes, whatever, millibars, as a 70 to 80 knot wind gradient between Flemington and Vineland. This is absurd speed convergence. Interesting wordplay. And is the strongest run yet. So yeah, it's going to get stormy, dude, ma'am. And then you're going to have a Thanksgiving storm. Let's look at those models here in a second. And then, of course, California has been getting decimated in some areas. Although decimate means at least 10% of losses. But you know, and yeah, when I was so young that when I was young, you could drink from the faucet. I used to love drinking from the hose, you know. Before Nestle owned it all, you know, there was a movie with Jack Gitz, Chinatown, where Jack Nicholson deals with the water mafia in California. It's crazy movie. Look, Chinatown, True Detective with. That was a great show. All right, but creepy. All right, Mount Rainier, silhouetted against vivid colors of a fall morning. MODIS image shows extensive smoke over North California from the campfire. Air quality this afternoon is in the unhealthy to very unhealthy categories for many locations. Spare the air alert continues. Yep, things are not as good as they could be. Let's put it that way. Damon LaRose, NBC Damon, smoke set over San Francisco from Emeryville for how bad the smoke is. Check out the maps. Central PA gets their turn of the atmosphere puking snow before it moves south-northeast. And the models have the giant damage-doing chunks of rain and precipitation to the east. If somehow that shit comes west, that's big problems, people. Good night, America. Let's hope that's not cryptic. Heavy banding brought to us by Northeast Weather. Heavy banding. This will be fun tomorrow. Yeah, bring your snow boots just in case got to you. Pretty colors, though. But like I said, that heavy moisture, all the maps have it, and the models have it going east. If that shit pulls in, it's big, big problems. And it's a wave after wave after wave period. So, plus they found another close planet by us, Barnard Star, which is part of the Nibiru Planet X mythology, so that'll be fun to do a video on. And a monument proposal for the nobility of the friend zone. And you know what? I don't mind being getting friend zoned. Linda and Ashley are two of the most beautiful, coolest girls I've ever known. And they've been great friends for over 2 decades because they were never attracted to me, thank God. So, shout out to Mormont. And this was a cool moment. Man, sense of humor, that's what could save the day. That's what more of the world needs. People are taking themselves way too seriously. But yeah, that looks weird, and this pattern is just going to keep continuing. I'm not even going to look at river levels. I'm already at 17 minutes. All right, here we go. Now, California, look out for the rain. East Coast, you look out for the nor'easters. In Florida, watch this pattern. It is weird. I still don't like that thing that's just kind of hanging out by Texas for a couple days. We're going to watch development there. The water coming from the south near California troubles me a bit. And varying model runs have taken it. They look at that. It looks like it's going to hit. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland, Carolinas. Those areas pretty hard over the next 2 weeks. Where a pattern which usually goes up through the north now is going to just start going east. Which is weird, but everything's weird. So weird is normal. And that's a monster looking system, dude. All right, I'm going to click it through a bit. So there we get for Thanksgiving, California will get rain, which will bring mudslides. And then Texas and Houston, and then it will move across and then dip south. On this model. And some of the model runs had this area getting anywhere from 10 to 20 inches over the 2-week span. But then watch this last one form. It gives an idea, but like I said, it's going to keep. These are almost the processes. These are the processes that carved out the coasts over time. And going back to all the planets on the same side, and I remind you people, that when all the planets are on the same side, the weather gets kind of wacky, and Earth starts to reshape herself. So let's adapt to that as one Earth family. All right? And if you do enjoy Thor and Thor News and all the wonderful information I bring you in these troubling times, you can donate to my PayPal link. I'll leave it in the information box. My 6-year anniversary is coming up on the 23rd. And my birthday's in December. Plus, I've done a great job The better I do, the worse my numbers get. It's weird, but everything's weird. All right, I love you guys. Stay cool. And, oh yeah, whenever I finish a really great video, I spend like the next 12 or 18 hours dealing with hackers. And so the video I made last night on the comment is really great. It's really funny. It's really creative. It's edited. I spent the majority of the day dealing with that shit. Hackers. So, I highly recommend it. I'll leave a link here at the end of this so you can go watch it. It's pretty awesome. Okay, y'all stay cool. And, oh yeah, at the end of the comments coming at the end of the month, we might be able to see it. So I am accepting a date for that night because maybe we can see a comet. My standards are really high though. Okay, everybody stay cool. Peace out.